I'm 40 and I wasted my life. I've got nothing to show for it. No house, no savings, no career that I'm proud of. I'm pouring everything that I have into this channel because I've got nothing else. And if you're in your 20s or even your early 30s and you think you've got time, I'm telling you right now, you don't. I wish I had someone in my life when I was younger, someone who actually cared enough about me and was smart enough to show me how life really worked, how women really operated, and what I actually needed to focus on. I didn't have that. I was getting all of my ideas about love and success and women from movies and idiots my own age who didn't know anything at all. So there was no sense of urgency, no perspective, just vibes and dumb plans and this fantasy that everything would somehow work itself out. And it didn't. In my 20s, I thought I was, super deep and cool and because I had tattoos and I knew some obscure bands and you know played drums and I thought being different was a personality. I wasn't building anything real. I was I was just chasing sex and novelty, hooking up with women because I was addicted to the high, not the connection, just the rush. I spent more time crushing on church girls who didn't like me and hanging out at coffee shops and smoking cigarettes, uh, drinking lattes, and going to hardcore shows. I did more of that than I did doing anything that would help me long term. I mean, at 23, I was playing ding dong ditch with my friends, like I was 13 again, thinking it was hilarious, which it was. But
Right.
fun times. But I wasted so many hours just trying to get validation from people who didn't care if I lived or died. At the end of the day, I thought my life was meaningful because it looked cool in photos, looked cool on MySpace. But all I was doing was burning through the most valuable years of my life, the years where I had the most energy, the most flexibility, and the most time to build something meaningful. Nobody told me I was wasting it. Nobody. And when the world sees you drifting, it doesn't intervene. It just keeps feeding you distraction after distraction and lie after lie while profiting off of your blindness and ignorance.
Well, let me pause it right there, man. Well, what he's saying here, and well, I think what he said he's 40. Um, I'm only 28 years old, and I came to this realization, shit, like 6 years ago, type shit, maybe sooner. But I knew better. You know what I'm saying? And I understand this is just basically a grown man that used to be a kid that didn't get out of his kid ways and understand that there's a possible threat if you don't get on your shit because you're no woman. You don't get the benefit of the doubt. You just don't win because of your looks. Maybe when you're younger and girls want to hop on the stick, but you get older and then when that stick no longer has benefits, you become just that and that's it. And then you realize you're nothing. You realize you wasted your youth, your time. And basically what he's saying, I don't disagree with it because I've been telling people this all the time. I tell people this my age and younger than me all the time. Y'all waste these prime years. Y'all waste these great years of your life thinking that it's fun and games. Let's just sleep around and have fun. Cool, have your fun. But do you understand that every second wasted is a second wasted? Every minute wasted is a minute wasted. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep drinking how you want to drink. And the people like us, we're going to surpass you. And then later, we're not going to have to work. So when I hit 40, I won't have to work. That's why I'm working hard now. But what he did at my age was play around, chasing temporary pleasures. The devil had him. That's what happened. The devil had him talking right in his ear. He was grifting, drifting, You know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing. You know what woke up me? It was a book. And I ain't read it. I listened to it. It was an audio book. Napoleon Hill, I believe. How to Outwit the Devil. Best book I've ever read. I read it at least 7 times. I just keep listening to it, and it told me about the habits, what happens, what the devil want out of you. This is what happened. So now what? He's sitting in the crib, still drifting. Cause look, I'm looking at the TV right now. He was just playing Fortnite. Yes, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm just one of them individuals that can see shit. This is Fortnite. And broski, this is what people do when they look at videos. They gonna look in the background. So don't put nothing in your background you don't want people to see. Because this is your vacuum, because I got the same one. Why is it in the middle of the floor? Then if you look a little deeper right here, why is there shit all on the floor? Bro, you're still drifting. And I understand. Forget what I see in the background. The reality of the situation is this man has the guts to even come on YouTube and explain this, because this is actually sad. Because if you ain't got your shit together by 40, bro, you're not desirable at all for any woman. I don't care what you say. Your looks can only get you so far. But when a woman looks at you and see that you have no discipline, you have no purpose, then they don't want you, because you can't lead them. There's no future with you. You're just a fun night. And then after that, that's it. What happens after that? Nobody really wants to service you. You see, what I've learned through my years is, if you actually provide something or have the potential to provide something and it's big, a woman will follow you. If you are a good leader, she will follow you regardless, because she knows that this person's going somewhere and I should go with him instead of this guy. This guy's not going anywhere. But the guy right here talking, I respect what he's saying at the moment. But what led him to this? Thinking it's fun? Ding dong ditch at 23, bro? What the fuck? Come on, bro. At 23. Ding dong ditch. Yes, it was fun at the time. Cool. Yes, it's pleasure having sex with all these women. Cool. But what you were doing, and you were being distracted, along with all your other friends. And I'm 28 years old and I know this. I've been doing this for a long time now. And I'm not gonna lie, I still got friends and buddies that do that shit. They still drifting, drinking all day, smoking all day. Female friends, fucking everybody, bro. I'm telling you, the behavior is so degenerate. It's like, it's unattractive to be associated with it. I don't have time to hang and chill. I don't want time to hang and chill. I'm on a whole nother league. I'll be honest. If you're not doing what I'm doing or trying to do or get where I'm getting, we can't even associate, due to the fact that you might slow me down, or I might get distracted and get off my pinnacle. So I have to get you off of my circle. This guy isn't telling a lie. He did waste his life, but he didn't waste it completely. He just wasted his prime years. That's it. And as of now, his name is Dad Mode in Dark Mode, right? And that's okay. I like that. He has 10.4 thousand subs. Now, I don't know how long he's been doing this, but a little bit more umph to it and he can keep going. I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? He has potential because he has 10,000. Like he said, he's going to put his whole in it. And if you see that mic he got a Rode mic. I mean, he's serious about this. That camera looks a little HD. That means he's at least serious about making YouTube videos, which I can respect. And it ain't never too late when you got motivation to do better. When you got motivation to put your money into another investments, like, because he could go work a factory job, he can go work at Amazon, he can go find some like temp work and just call it a quits. Instead, he got up and went to YouTube. He's like, all right, we're gonna push it and we're gonna do what we can do. This video right here probably gonna blow up. I've seen so many content creators react to it, but this guy is not lying. I tell people this all the time. See, I work with old people, so I hear it all the time. And that's probably what shaped my mind when I was younger. It was like, oh, I wish this. I wish I did this. I wish I did this. I wish I got a prenup. I wish I didn't get married. I wish I explored more. I wish I spent more time with my kids. I wish I learned another language. I wish, but I didn't do. You know how many times I hear that? Oh, I'm fat, but I like to eat. I want to lose weight, but I love to eat. I don't like to work out, but I like to sit on the couch. I like to play games, but I don't like to make money. But I want to make money. You can't have both. I literally have a PS5 I ain't touched in like a year. It sits there, bro. I don't care for it, bro. I don't. I've focused myself on the goal, and that's where I'm gonna go to. It's just I bought it just for to play Netflix on it. I could have did it on a smart TV, a Roku. But when I need it for a game, I can. But look, I don't play the game like that. I've matured past it, and it's not like you can't. It's a good thing to stay in the house and play the game. It's inexpensive, but sometimes you can be more productive with that time. I do 16 hours shifts, come home, and I stay up all night just to record videos. Then I go up and then I go to the gym. That's boss mode shit. I'm not playing because I'm taking this shit serious. I understand the amount of energy and the lack of sleep I need as a youngin. So I'm taking full advantage of it. So let me continue to play this video. Let's go.
And then fast forward into my late 20s, um, you know, then I got into a relationship that wrecked my life. She got pregnant and everything changed.
Mm.
And I love my son. I would never undo that. But that relationship, it was a disaster. I did not know how to choose wisely at all. I confused chaos and passion and intensity with love because no one ever taught me the difference.
Nah, but who fault is that though?
I thought it was normal for things to be dramatic and unpredictable. I thought that meant we were meant to be or something. I don't know. But I don't know what was going on, but instead I ended up in family court fighting for time with my own son, treated like an intruder and a criminal for wanting to be a father. And then in my 30s, you know,
Let me speak on that real quick, bro. Whose fault is that? Maybe technology didn't know, right? But tech was around. You should have read about it. You should have listened to other people. You see, I have the advantage of being a youngin and knowing that, well, in today's age, people, I got all this information online immediately accessible to me. So all the stuff that I see online and talk about, sometimes I hear videos like this. I go through the comment section. It's the same guy saying the same thing. Oh man, she divorced me, took the kids away from me, and took half on my shit. Don't get married if I was you. Don't get married. Don't get married. And I'm like, damn, like what's going on? And it's thousands of men, hundreds of thousands of men are saying the same shit. But that's me. I have the advantage of having the information right in my face. I'm not saying that there aren't relationships that will last, but there's more of a possibility of that happening. So it's like what I'm reading from him so far is that this guy was just a little naive. Well, a lot of naive. He thought everything was, it's like he learned everything late. He should have learned it earlier so then he can course correct. He's learning. It's like when I tell guys, don't lose your virginity late. You lose your virginity late. Now you figured out all this shit that you should have learned when you were younger. And now you just got finessed by somebody that knows the game back and forth. And then you thinking it's love when it's just a game. It's a finesse. But you should have known. Somebody should have told you. If you have even one parent in your life, somebody should have let you know and let you aware. And I've noticed that there's a lot of parents in this world to this day that let their kids go out and basically be victim to the system, victim to other predators like male or female. Like I'm not gonna have a daughter, let my daughter come out here and not know the attentions of men. That's just careless. That's just not thinking in the future. Why would I let that happen? I could never let my son go out here and make mistakes unsupervised. I would have to be there and catch him just because that's the responsibility of me as a parent, right? See, unfortunately, just like this guy, I wasn't taught this stuff either. Good thing I have the internet and I'm a very curious individual. I found this out by myself on my own and I just ran across from it and I did a lot of deep research. Now we got AI. We can learn it very quickly. But sometimes you got to learn the hard way. Sometimes you'll be separated from your child as if it's not your child. And then that child be used against you. Maybe you weren't raised in a family that already happened to and you didn't understand. But this is to happen when you don't understand and you play the blind game. You play the, oh, love is real. She wants me for me game. Well, sir, it just what comes with the life shit. You just got to play it smooth, and you're just you've made your mistake. So it's your responsibility as the old head, not super old, but he's 40, but an old head to now he tell the next generation. 40 is still young. You can do a lot at 40, but he's older than me by at least 12 years. So for him, he like a big bro for real or uncle. You supposed to tell the youth like me what you went through and plus what to watch out for and what you weren't taught. And then hopefully I teach the youth under me. But nobody's teaching nobody nothing, and this is why we all fall. Keep going.
My my 30s weren't the best years of my life. You
Why
hear
not?
that a lot. Your 30s will be the best years of your life. 30s and 40s. 30s were a nightmare. I was broke. I was depressed. I was isolated, missing my son constantly, and dealing with games and lies and schemes my ex would pull to destroy the bond between me and my son.
Come on, man.
I wasn't just dealing with grief. I was dealing with a system that didn't care if I disappeared.
Not at all.
And yeah, a few times in the midst of all that, tried to date again. I finally started to see what I'd been blind to in my 20s. I was no longer that 27-year-old stuck in a 500 days of summer mindset, falling for manic pixie dream girls, just because they liked the shins too. Now I saw the red flags clearly. Girls with baby rabies, daddy issues, manipulation, all of it. I could spot it instantly. I was like a bloodhound for that kind of thing. It's easy to detect now. That's the part that stings the most. now, now I'm 40. I hate my job. But it's not just that. I'm disillusioned by the world. Once you see how everything really works, how broken it all is, you cannot unsee it. Everything feels fake. The economy is a scam. Inflation is gutting families. People are more isolated than ever before. No one's honest. No one's fulfilled.
Pause.
And there's a deep apathy.
That's funny he says that. So you're telling me and I'm just reiterating what he's saying. At his age of 30, he should have went through that in his 20s. But instead, he was living his teens in his 20s. Then living his 20s in his 30s. You supposed to come through the realization process and phase in your 20s to understand, oh, this is what it is. This is how life works. This is Monopoly. But instead, he extended his youth. He took his teens to his 20s, all the way to the end of his 20s. And then now he's living his 20s and his 30s. Now he's going through all the stress he should have figured out when he was 20. I figured all this shit out so early. It's ridiculous how early I figured all of this out. And I had to. And no one taught me it either. This is all personal experience. I had to figure everything out. I understand this is a game. A lot of people are miserable. Everybody's living check to check. Most people don't have $1,000 saved in their bank account, bro. These are real stats. You got to understand this. So this coming from his mouth, I like it because it's the fact that it's verifying. It's verifying that if you don't get on your shit as a man faster, you're stuck. You're the hunter, not the huntee. You're no woman. You're a man, which means no one's coming to save you. And I hope other men read this video and understand we were never supposed to be saved. We're supposed to do the saving if we can. In this aspect, what he's explaining right now, it seems like he's hopeless, but never hopeless. You can always come up from where you're at. As long as you're willing to work, you can get ahead. You get what I'm saying? But at the moment, he's learning things 10 years behind time. And those are 10 precious years, by the way. You're no longer as strong as you were when you're in your 20s. You're no longer alert as much. You're now aching in pain. Bills are hitting. You're falling behind. Debt is hitting. Yeah, shit gets real, bro. And I tell all the kids that still stay at home, that's playing all these foolish games, get the most money. This is a game of money. It's Monopoly, bro. Get the money. Get the money, multiply it, save it. Save it, multiply, make sure your health is entwined. And if you don't figure those things out, bro, you're going to be screwed in 10 years. Facts. You're going to be trying to figure it out. It's going to be too late. Stay out of trouble. Because the judge will take that time away. You get out of jail and they starting over from teen years at 50. Continue. Let's go.
Baked into everything now. That's why I'm here. This isn't a content hobby for me. This is me refusing to stay silent. This is me using what I have left to build something real. Because the clock is ticking.
Always has.
And also, if I die before I can tell my son any of this, before he can know, I mean, he's almost 11.
Wow.
But I want my son to know that his dad didn't just give up, that I fought very hard and went through a lot. And that I bled in silence. That I fought to stay in his life tooth and nail. I fought to become something that he could be proud of. And I fought against a system that was way bigger than myself, that tried to break me. And so this channel, Dad Mode and Dark Mode, is part of that fight. It's my record. It's my time capsule, my legacy.
Good shit.
It's my proof that I didn't just drift off into silence.
Right.
And was just passive. And I hope one day, when he's ready, he'll understand all of this. And so, if you're in your 20s right now and you're listening to this, stop thinking you've got unlimited time.
You don't.
Stop doing it. You don't have unlimited time.
Nope.
You think it's harmless to keep chasing women and wasting money and avoiding responsibility.
It'll be your downfall.
But one day, you'll wake up and you'll realize you've got no leverage. You've got no power, absolutely no clarity, and no way to get those years back. One day you will wake up and you will be 40.
That's what
you
it
will
is,
be
man.
stuck working a job that you hate with nothing to show for it except memories that don't even matter. That you constantly think about, and it just it leaves you with no air in your lungs. This pain, you know it. You know what that pain is when you think about, what once was.
Right.
But yet every hour you waste now is a debt you're going to have to pay later.
Hey, tell them.
You should be building something. Skills, discipline, financial stability,
Facts.
wisdom, a backbone. And if you don't know where to start, I wrote something for you. It's called it's called Dark Mode Protocol.
Okay, we're going to end it there right there, man. And I just want to say that because we've heard enough of this guy, man. He's telling the truth. What a lie at? There is no lie. And the reason why there's no lie is because this is reality. And the reason why this is reality is because he has experienced it firsthand. You see, I'm not even at 40, but I understand his mentality. His mindset right now is my awakening I had about 7 years ago. 7, 8 years ago. Yeah, I had that awakening about 7, 8 years. I was about 20 years old, 21 years old. When I'm like, wait a minute. We're all slaves. If we don't get active, we all will be poor and homeless. There's not going to be a middle class. It's just going to be a poor and not poor. You see this mentality, and that's what made me switch my mentality of thinking, because I remember playing this big victim role growing up, like, damn, why me? Everybody hate me. It was the system, racism. It's all against me, right? Then I realized, like, no, this is a class war. This ain't a race war. This isn't civil war. This is class. This is about it's about the haves and have-nots. You either got it or you don't got it. And if you don't got it, you're going to figure out why you should have got it. Because you don't have, like he said, any leverage. And not having leverage means you can't even control your own life. Other people control your life. Then you realize that your leader or your boss is more incompetent than you are, but they make more money than you. Yes. And this is the reason why it gets very scary. And I don't like this concept because this guy is telling the truth. He's not saying no lies. But I will say he's gonna have a mean return. That's a face of a villain right there. I like that face. This guy can turn to either one or two people. A very violent individual because of the reality of the situation, or he's going to become the most boss mode version of himself ever. Shit like this that happened to people, he should have had this awakening 10, 15 years ago, be honest. He would have turned up so heavy. Instead, you see when a man put his face down, and look, you could tell he's not looking at a screen. That's his eye. His screen is straight in front of him. Look at the glare of his glasses. He's not directly looking at a screen. He's looking down in like sadness. He's speaking from the heart. And since he's speaking from the heart, he's either going to be super depressed or he's going to be super motivated. And it seems like he's super motivated because he's on the right path. He knows and he's telling other people right now, hopefully people listen. I'm glad this video got well known so I can share it and tell people my own personal experience because this shit is real. This is about the haves and the have-nots. This is why I'm so strict on myself. This is why you got to stop smoking, stop drinking, stop gluttony. You got to stop overindulging. The hell? Balloons? You got to stop doing all this extra stuff that you thought would make you happy. Stop looking for that adrenaline run. Get your adrenaline natural through vegetables, fruits. Get it from exercise. Stop trying to indulge in females, alcohol, drugs. It won't make you happy, bro. It won't. You're going to look up and you're going to be 40 years old. And you're going to have the stability of a 22-year-old, but no backbone, and a kid that is 11 years old. And you're going to look up and be like, damn, I didn't do nothing with my life. I wasted it all. I wasted all my life. I can't teach this young man nothing because I ain't nothing. I'm a failure, and now he's going to be a failure because of me, because I didn't vet my girl right, because I didn't get on my stuff. He's focused. He got 10,000 subs on YouTube. He's focused. He's focused now. But it took some time. It definitely took some time, and including myself. We're all not exempt, man. This goes for any man. Any man in general, we all need to be focused on a goal, have a purpose. Leave the women behind. Look, the winners always get the women. The women come to you. Don't worry about the women getting the women. The women are going to come to you. The women, they can pick. A woman can be 40 years old and chose. A woman can be 30 and chose, 20 and chose. But a man that's 20, 30, 40, he got to be doing the picking. But without resources, without discipline, without a purpose, nobody wants him. No one will take him seriously. He can't even supplement this woman. He can't even supply needs for this woman because he can't afford. He can't afford. Why? Because he didn't stay focused in his 20s. So y'all go out there and keep drinking, keep having fun in your 20s because you think that you have unlimited time. I'm going to tell you like this. You don't. You don't have unlimited time. You don't have time to play. We never did. We somehow got the illusion that it was time to play around. Let's go buy this car and get into debt. Crash the car, ruin our credit. Let's go to jail, waste more time. Let's get a record. Now we can't get a job. Let's blame the system for something that we caused ourselves because we weren't taught correctly by our superiors, our adults. We weren't taught correctly by them, so we blame them, and we blame the people in charge, the rich. Why does the rich have so much money? That's because they're smart, because they supplied a need, and everybody needs that need, and that's why he get money from it. I'm not going to blame the rich because they worked. It's time for me to work too. Facts. I'm not going to sit here and blame somebody for my downfall. It was my fault. I allowed this to happen. If my girl treated me wrong or she took that's because I didn't vet her correctly. If my family backstabbed me and oh man, I should have known. They had backstabbing characteristics. I should have known they would have done that to me, right? If 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 my homie he say your homie sleep with your girl, I should have known. He always was on some shiesty shit. You should have known. Always blame yourself and then correct your course. That's all. But it's never too late. It's never too late. So gentlemen out there that can resemble this guy, this is you. This guy's me. He's me if I was 22, 21. He's you if you don't get started. And the farther you wait, the more you push that clock back. That being said, tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. He might have been lost, but he's focused now, and it's time to get on his course. He might not have to choose a career path. He's choosing YouTube. Consistency will give him the goal he wants. That's all I'm saying. And for those that are lost, comment in the comment section, man. We got a good, people here, man. Everybody, they help each other. Each one teach one, man. Every man's supposed to help one another. We're not enemies. We're more friends than enemies. So y'all keep that in mind when you're wasting time. Anytime you waste time sleeping, overeating, smoking, drinking, thinking about sex, pornography, think about how much time you're wasting and what you could become versus the energy that you're using. Take that energy and make something of yourself. It's your boy, Angelo Savage. Make sure you subscribe. It's your boy. Peace. Let's go.